girl TB, and you know we had to do it. We're back with another one. Who we're talking about today? Today we are talking about Memphis and New Orleans, and also we're talking about the Celtics and the Warriors. Both games, both clutch games. They all on the West. Ooh, I'm just trying to figure out what we working with, what we're cooking with. They're not all on the West. Boston is not on the West. Let's start there. So I guess we'll start with the best of the the best of the West. I don't know why I did all of that intro for nothing. Okay, the most exciting news of the NBA right now is we got our boy Ja Morant back. Yes, that's right. He went off last night. Oh, let's just unpack the game. Let's just undo it. Let's just do it. Let's just unpack it. We talking about Ja. He's back. He killed it. He dominated. Started off a little quiet. He had like 3 points in the first quarter, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but he started cooking, and that's all. The rest was history. He ended up finishing the game. He had 34 points, 6 rebounds, and he had 8 assists. So the crazy part about it with the Grizzlies was they were down 20 points and they came back. They came back. In the first half, it was like New Orleans basically was just taking over. And I know everybody in the beginning was like, is it going to be a Zion type of game or if it's going to be a Ja type of game? And it definitely was not a Zion type of game because he was just in foul trouble. He had like 2-3 fouls in the first quarter, so they basically had to sit him out. So he only finished with like 13 points. So he did a whole bunch of nothing. He did get some really great dunks though, so I'm not gonna lie. He did do that. And but other than that, he didn't really get to play much and just show the full potential that he has inside of him. But like I said, it was a Josh show last night. The crowd was booing him when they introduced him. They was booing him at the free throw line. They was booing him the first possession of the game. But it was like that didn't bother him. Like, he just still did what he needed to do, and he hit the game winning shot at the last second. It's just like, I just feel like that's how you make a comeback. I feel like I'm Bad Boys, and he's like, that's how you do it. But anyways, that's how you make a comeback. Like, that's literally like how you make a comeback, and that's just what Ja did. He had his dad there, so I just hope, like, going on into the season, that obviously he makes wiser choices. That the wisdom has kicked in for Mr. Ja Morant. And I think he's going to be good. I feel like sometimes the commentators say, well, steady trying to like bring up the incident. But it's like, let's leave that in the past and let's just enjoy the moment that we're witnessing right now. And that's just greatness. You know, at the end of the day, you can't deny that he's cold. Like, he's a great basketball player. When it offense and defense, he was doing incredible assists last night. So it's just like, just to see that and just see that he's back. And even like after the game, basically he's like, he haven't played it in the game in 8 months because it happened last season, then the summertime, and then the suspension or whatever. And he was just like, basically, like, basketball is it's therapeutic for him. That's his life. So it's like, I think he's learned his lesson. He know that the NBA is not playing with him, and I think he's gonna like, all right, now we got Ja back cooking. The Grizzlies, y'all might be working with something. Y'all might be working with something, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's just really good. I'm just happy he's back. Everybody, you live and you learn, you go through things, you're young. So it's like, we get it, so it's like, give the man a break. Just, now just start making wiser choices. I'm trying to say decisions and choices at the same time. Just make wise choices from here on out, and do your thing. So big ups to Ja. Like, I feel like he killed it. His presence was definitely seen last night. I feel like that's gonna be a talk, and I just feel like now they're able. I don't want to talk playoff talk soon, but I feel like he's able to get them back to playoff status because they started off real rough, and I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna do just that. He's a leader of the team. He got the team lit. And the sad thing, he was saying that nobody reached out to him during this whole time. I don't know if that's true, but he said he had the receipts to pull it up. But he held his head up, because I'm pretty sure there were some tough times, some dark days. But it's like, you back now, so it's like, we just gonna put that behind you and put everything out on the court. The next person I want to talk about from the Grizzlies was Jaren Jackson. He ended up with 24 points and he had 6 rebounds. So big ups to you. Desmond Bain, he was doing his thing too. I ain't even gonna front. So it was like just to see the team come together. Of course, we still have like injuries, people that's not playing. Brandon Clark, Marcus Smart, Steven Adams. I was like, I can't even think of his name. Like they're all out, but it's like, let's just, just get it back working, get the team back together, and do just that. So it's just like, I'm happy to see him back. That's all I have to say. Nothing but greatness, nothing but positive things, and that's just where we're gonna leave it at. And now we're gonna flip it over to New Orleans, and that is BI Brandon Ingram. Oh, excuse me. He finished with 34 points as well as Jai. Like they was and he had 4 rebounds and he had 6 assists. Brandon was cooking last night. It just was not enough for the Pelicans to get the win. But when I say back-to-back jumpers, dunking the ball, like he literally dominated the court last night. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when they were down, the Grizzlies was down 20 points. I was like, oh, like this is not looking good for them. But it's just like the Pelicans, like both teams, defensive, like New Orleans got that defense. I'm just going to say that. I don't know what happened in the in-season tournament, but last night they had the defense. Their crowd like was lit. Because I've been to Pelican games where I'm like, I remember the first Pelican game I went to, and I was like, the fans is not fanning. Like, what's going on? But now, last night, you can hear them, and it's just like, that's what I like. I like to go to games, and it's like, oh, yeah, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like they lit, and it gets me, hype, get the players hype, everybody hype, everybody lit. Every day we lit. Anyways, but yeah, BI, he went off, like killing it. And then another person I want to say, and I'm not even gonna say the last name, I really want to say his last name, but Jonas Valanciunas, I don't know. Jonas, anyways, he went off. He finished the game with 22 points and then he had 14 rebounds. So playing big defense, and I just like that. Like New Orleans, like I said, I feel like they're a young team. I feel like Memphis is a young team, and they just play, like, I ain't gonna call it a rivalry because I don't think it's a rivalry, but they definitely played great together. Like the defense was there, the energy was there, just brilliance all in the Smoothie King arena, and I just love that. And I was like, before the season, I was like, I gotta go to this game, but I didn't even go. But it's all good. It's all good. But big ups to Jai on your return. I feel in my heart, that you gonna do the right thing. That you gonna do the right thing. I really hope so. Like, I know you are. But now we finna flip it over to Boston and the Warriors. And I know I said yesterday, I was like the Lakers and the Celtics. And I'm like, they didn't even play. They play on Christmas though. But they did not play last night. It was the Warriors. I had the California people mixed up. But anyways, they finished the game. Boston lost 126 and the Warriors had 132. Clutch game for Steph Curry as well, and he did night. What is wrong with me? He hit him with the nighttime mean. But I'm just telling y'all, like, that's just what, like, Steph needs, like, with all of this stuff that's going on. And it's like, he finds a way to just bring the team back together. They were down 17 points, and then to force the game basically into overtime, and for you to get a clutch shot, like, just greatness. I was trying to do like kisses, I don't know, but anyways, just greatness. And Steph Curry, he's just that type of player. And especially like when he played, who did they play? Portland, when he didn't hit no threes, I'm like, he has no more gas, like he's tired. And so it was like for him to just turn that thing around last night, finishing the game, he had 33 points and then he had 6 assists. So it's like, for you to do that, put up your big stats, big ups to you, Steph, because it's like you are a consistent player, and you do have, I feel like you really do have a lot on your back, and you really don't have nobody. And then the other person I want to talk about is Clay. We got a consistent Clay again, finishing the game with 24 points. So big ups to you, Clay, doing y'all thing. And I'm just happy that y'all got the win, because we do know, like, Boston is the #1 seed on the East. So it's like, for you to put up those big stats for both of y'all, and y'all to get the win, y'all to go into overtime, y'all to do y'all thing, it's like, I commend y'all for that. So playing that defense, putting that work in. You already know how Steph is with the threes. He's like not missing them, even though he did miss some. But you know, he's hitting them threes, deep ones at that. So it's like big ups to you. And then I want to talk about the Celtics. I want to talk about Jaylen Brown because y'all know I told y'all before. I just don't feel like he gets the credit he deserved. But he ended up finishing the game. He had 28 points. 8 rebounds, and he had 7 assists. We had acquired Jason Tatum. See, you see how we just put them both in there where they don't need to be? We're talking about Jaylen Brown and how good he played. I'm telling y'all, his defense and the aggressiveness now is just like there. It's like, to me, I feel Jaylen Brown just got like a burst of confidence this season, and it is really shown on the court, and I really like to see that. So it's like big ups to you, Jaylen, for doing your thing, putting up big stats, carrying the team last night. Although y'all did not get the win, but you put up some big stats and you did what needed to be done. The next person I want to talk about is White. He ended up finishing the game. He had 30 points in it. He had 7 rebounds too. So he be doing his, man, they all be doing their thing, but he did his. Oh, I cannot get it out. He did his thing last night. So big ups to y'all. Like, big ups to y'all. Like I said, nothing negative. Nothing negative. It's just the fact y'all didn't get the win. Y'all went into overtime. Ooh, and it was just a great game. Both clutch games last night, and I love to see it. Like, I like watching the good juicy games, the exciting ones that's like non-stop head mobbing back and forth, like whoop whoop, like, you know, all of that, like the excitement. I don't like watching just like, this is a boring game, like but last night, very exciting, and I was excited to watch both. But y'all, that is all I had. I really wanted to like dive in on Ja's return, and I'm just like happy he's back. I don't know who's playing because obviously last night I told y'all the wrong people. So I'm gonna be back tomorrow with a review. I'm gonna find out who I'm watching tonight. And that's really all I had. I was productive. I need y'all to be productive. Once again, I am TB. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget to turn on your notification bell so y'all can be alerted when I post. Peace out. Bye.